Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. We are in Unit 6, Retirement of Partner. Today I am going to teach you another problem. We are going to calculate in profit sharing ratio and gain ratio. Now Naveen and Ravi and Kumar are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 1 by 2, 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 respectively. Kumar retires. Kumar is going to retire and his share is going to be taken by Naveen and Ravi equally. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio and gain ratio. Right. So you have Naveen, Ravi, Kumar. Okay, they are partners. Sharing profit and loss in the ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Okay. Now here Kumar retires. He's going to retire. And the shares are going to be taken by Naveen and Ravi equally. Okay. So equally means what? 1 is to 1. That is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Right. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2. They're going to share it equally. Naveen and Ravi, they're going to take Kumar's share equally. Right. And old profit sharing ratio of Kumar is 1 by 4. Now this is expressed in share. No? You can express it as ratios also. You take common factor 4. Okay. 2 will go in 4 how many times? 2 twos are 4. So 2. So 1. Again 1 you have. Right. So 2 is to 1 is to 1. When you're going to express in ratio, it is not there in the reader for you. It's an extra information. You should always know how to convert it into ratios. Right? Okay. Naveen and Ravi, they're going to share equally. 1 is to 1. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Now we are going to calculate their gain. Right. So how are you going to calculate their gain ratio? Gain ratio. Gain ratio is what? 1 is to 1. Right. Kumar and Kumar's share is going to be taken by Naveen and Ravi equally. Right? Okay. So share gained. Share gained is equal to the retiring partner's share into proportion of share gain. Right. Okay. Now what is the retiring partner's share? First you're going to calculate Naveen. Naveen's gain. Naveen's gain. And then you have Ravi's gain. So Naveen's gain is what? This is 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 4 is going to be taken by Naveen and Ravi. So 1 by 4, 1 by 4. This is retiring partner's share. Into what proportion? 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Right. They're going to Naveen and Ravi equally. They're going to gain equally. So equally they're going to gain. So that is 1 by 8 and 1 by 8. So what is the gain ratio here? Gain ratio is 1 is to 1. Right. So now let us calculate. Now that you have got the gain ratio, let us calculate new profit sharing ratio. New share of the continuing partner New share of the continuing partner is what? Old share plus shares gained. Right. Okay. Now, new share of the continuing partner is old share plus share gain. So, new share of Naveen. Of Naveen. And next is Ravi. So, Naveen's and Ravi's new share. So, what is the old share? What is the old share that they were getting? Let us go into the problem and see. We have here old share. So, their old share is what? 1 by 2, 1 by 4. Right. So, old share is 1 by 2 and then 1 by 4. And what is the gain? Plus 1 by 8. This is the gain, right? This is the gain. Plus 1 by 8. Okay. Now, how are you going to find the common factor? Take 8 as a common factor. 2 will go in 8 how many times? 4. Right? 4 ones of 4 plus 1. Now, again, you take common factor 8. 4 will go here 2 times. So, 2 plus 1. So, here you have 5 by 8, 5 by 8, and 3 by 8. Right? So that is your new profit sharing ratio. So therefore, new profit sharing, new ratio of Naveen and Ravi is 5 by 8 is to 3 by 8. That is 5 is to 3. Right? Okay. We have done this problem, children. If you have any doubt, you can always ask me. Next, I go to problem number 11.